Hello all, GC Gamer here, and this is a new series in Total War Warhammer. I'm going to be doing a number of custom battles, and these custom battles are going to be based on the life of Gotrek and Felix. So the first one we're doing is based on Trollslayer, and this is the first book in the series, and one of the first things that happens within the book is that Gotrek and Felix accompanying a caravan of mercenaries, as well as some lords and ladies of the Empire. So what's going to happen here is we are going to choose a Ungrim Iron Fist is going to be playing Gotrek, whereas we have an Empire captain, a unit of swordsmen, and a wizard, a bright wizard, who's going to be playing Frau Winter, Felix Jaeger, and the mercenaries that Felix and Gotrek are accompanying. They are attacked by a greenskin horde in a fortress that they found in the middle of the Empire. So the swordsmen, as I said, are playing the mercenaries. We've got Ungrim Iron Fist playing Gotrek. That's going to be controlled by the AI. Of course, Gotrek and Ungrim Iron Fist both share the fact that they are slayers. We're going to be doing a siege battle in Eikendorf, as that is signifying the small fortress that they found and that Gotrek basically built up a little bit. So here we go. The forces of the Empire, Gotrek and Felix, versus the Greenskin Horde. Now for the Greenskin Horde I've used Savage Orcs, Savage Biggins and Wolf Riders, as that is basically what's talked about in the book. The Orcs aren't really like a unit that has been trained. They're basically just a raiding party that happens to be in the forests, and they're raiding any caravans or anybody who comes past, hence the Savage Orcs rather than the organized Orc boys. So the odds are stacked very much against Gotrek and Felix's favor. In the books they manage to just overcome before they have to deal with a basically a corrupt lord within their own fortress, but I'm going to leave that there. So, can Gotrek and Felix take on the great Goblin Shaman and win as they did in the books, or will they lose? I guess you just have to watch to find out.
Summon fire! See to it!
So as we start the battle, we deploy the Bright Wizard on the walls, and we deploy Gotrek and Felix, or at least Gotrek and Felix and the swordsman by the gate. Now because we deployed on this wall, we are actually too far away, and I realized too late that I wasn't really concentrating. So the Bright Wizard has to run all the way across the other side. So as the Bright Wizard is running across, Felix decides that he should probably follow Gotrek, because really they do everything together, and Gotrek is pulling back to the middle of the square. So we get Felix Jaeger to also pull back to the middle of the square. I'm going to rejoin as we progress through this. As we progress through the battle, we see that we have a horde of goblins running towards us, so the Bright Wizard, of course, cast the Burning Head to try and get some of those Wolf Riders that are coming towards us. A few Wolf Riders get burnt, but it doesn't seem to do too much damage, so we continue to move back onto the wall to hopefully cast some more spells. So here is another view of that lovely spell, the Burning Head, going off, and the Goblin Wolf Riders don't know what to do. It appears and it just goes straight through them. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to do too much damage, with the Goblin Wolf Riders just looking a bit scarred and a bit burnt, with maybe a few of them injured. But apart from that, it doesn't really do much damage. They just go straight off and start to attack the gates. So because they haven't got a battering ram, they're just using the Goblin Wolf Riders to attack the gates. While this is happening, we again try to get our Bright Wizard, who's standing there on the walls. Frau Winter is trying to cast some spells, and while that's happening, the siege towers of the Savage Orcs have quickly got to the walls, and the Savage Orcs are attempting to go and flank our heroes, Gotrek and Felix.
Wise counsel!
So we try to cast a fireball spell, but unfortunately there is a miscast, and the Bright Wizard doesn't get the fireball spell off, but the mana, the Winds of Magic are depleted. All the while that is happening, Gotrek and Felix kind of chilling out a little bit. Felix here, just waiting for the battle, sending some taunts out, cheering on Gotrek. Gotrek just kind of chilling over here and waiting for the oncoming doom, the impending doom that he's waiting for, and Felix is ready to write down for him. So while that is happening, unfortunately, I wasn't really concentrating, and we notice that the flank is happening, so the swordsmen are pulled back. All the while, there's some Savage Orc Biggins that have come up the siege tower, and Frau Winter needs to escape as quick as possible. While Frau Winter is escaping as quick as possible, the swordsmen accidentally crash through some buildings, but they see the attack, and they help Gotrek and Felix attack the Savage Orcs. As Frau Winter is running away, she unfortunately does get caught by the Savage Orc Biggins, and all she can do is stand there and try and fight back against the overwhelming odds of the Savage Orc Biggins, which she does get a couple of good attacks in, but really she's losing health really quickly, and Frau Winter is shaken. She knows that she can't kill this many Savage Orcs, so she's pretty much dead, so she runs away, and that's the end of that. Unfortunately, the swordsman makes the decision to go and help her, but they get chased down by the Savage Orcs, who leave Gotrek and Felix, and are more worried about killing the swordsman. Probably a little bit scared of the heroes. The swordsmen get sandwiched in between two forces, and it doesn't take long for those overwhelming numbers as well to take effect, and the swordsmen waver, lose lots of warriors, and eventually they flee as they get crushed. While this is happening, of course, Gotrek and Felix are being attacked by the Wolf Riders. Just like in the actual books, the Wolf Riders are clamping their jaws up and down, trying to get at Gotrek and Felix. All the while, they're just managing to pull them off. However, now the Savage Orcs get in, this is where things turn for the worse, and the books change from this scenario into Warhammer. Both Gotrek and Felix are popping their abilities, trying to get as much leadership, as much melee defense down as possible. They do waver the Goblin Wolf Riders, who attacked first and have been basically pushed back. So Gotrek and Felix, as you can see here, are pretty much destroying quite a lot of the goblins, quite a lot of the orcs to get in their way. However, things aren't going that smoothly overall. As we can see, the overwhelming numbers are starting to take effect, and Gotrek and Felix might have wavered one force, but they're still losing the combat. Overwhelming numbers, as I said, quite often can beat even the greatest heroes. So as we progress through the battle, I'm going to fast forward through lots of it, just because it was a very long time of Gotrek and Felix holding out, but unfortunately things start to get worse when more and more orcs, especially the Savage Orc Biggins, get involved and start pushing Gotrek and Felix apart. So instead of fighting side by side now, there's a wall of orcs in between the two of them. Even though Felix is pushing back quite a few of the orcs, he's doing his job, he's also getting attacked from all sides. Wolf Riders behind him, Savage Orc Biggins in front of him. It's not going so well for Felix. So he's about down to health, as is Gotrek, just over half health, and unfortunately this is where the beginning of the end starts. Felix does push back, but then he gets charged, and as he gets charged he starts to waver. He knows that the overwhelming odds might be able to destroy him and his buddy Gotrek, and we're slowly losing ground. So as we get in there for the final moments of the battle, you can see that we're popping abilities as fast as possible. The general of the Empire is wavering. He's right next to his buddy Gotrek right now, feeling a bit more confident, but as the orc begins charge in again and again and again, they push both Gotrek and Felix back, and Felix decides enough is enough and starts to flee. As Felix flees, Gotrek keeps on battling, and he's battling away, but unfortunately he knows that Felix has also gone, and pretty much he's fighting hundreds of goblins and orcs all by himself, and the end of the battle is nigh. So, unfortunately, Gotrek and Felix, unlike in the books, could not deal with the overwhelming odds. They did kill 156 of the Goblin Great Shaman's army, 60 kills by Felix, 23 by the swordsman, and 72, a massive amount of kills for Gotrek, our Trollslayer. So, this is just a fun little battle, Gotrek and Felix, recreating some of the stuff that happens in the books. Perhaps I put a few too many units against them. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to do another one of these, if you'd like me to make it a little bit easier on Gotrek and Felix, or if you continue to think that I should put them against overwhelming odds. If we look at the books, they're always against overwhelming odds, so that's what I want to try and make it like. Thanks again for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe for more Total War Warhammer action.